Why are we going in the wrong direction? We're going to learn to program the VIC-20 and then the Commodore 64. And then guess what? We're going to make music on the VIC-20 and then the Commodore 64. So we're postponing all the Amiga stuff for another year. Barb! Can I understand 6502, assembly language, machine language, whatever they all are, and don't know with a difference in what do they do. Bye. Hockey dokie, so it's been a year and a bit and I'm still working on this Photon of ScoopX tutorial. I've given up at least 5 times. This time I'm going to finish it, but what I'm going to do is take a step backwards completely. I'm going to stop trying to learn Amos, Hamlet's Basic. I'm going to stick to one language instead of trying to learn them all at the same time. It doesn't work. It's didn't work. Useless. Oh, it's useless. Anyway, so what I've done is choose one book, just one book out of the 20,000, I don't know, a torrent of books that I downloaded for the Commodore, the Atari, Sinclair ZX, the BBC Micro, the whole lot. Stupid. I'm going down to one book on one system, and the one book is this Machine Language for the Absolute Beginner. Let's start at the absolute beginner stage. Then when I get to ScoopX in a year's time, Photon of ScoopX, I'll probably be able to follow them a lot easier. And this came about because Robin here shows all these, goes through all these Commodore 64 books by Jim Butterfield and all the other authors, and I decided, you know, why not just stick to one thing, and let's just do the programmer's manual can come eventually, like book number 5 in this series. So all I've done today is I've learnt how to use PSID64 to convert a SID song to a PRG. So that's cool. I've got the C128. So in Windows 10 it's easy. You just shift, open PowerShell here. I'll do it. I did it wrong first, so I'll do it the wrong way first. PSID64 output.prg input.sid. No, twit. -O output.prg input.sid, and it tells you can't do it, so you have to put a dot and then it's going the other way, that way, no, that way, and there it is, output.prg. Pretty cool. So, got too many windows open. So, I've got that far. and I'm going to follow this episode, this tutorial. I'm going to follow it for a couple of days just to learn. He's playing a SID tune and running some basic code at the same time. I've understand that if I run the Commodore 128 emulator, I can follow his tutorial. If I'm going to buy a real Commodore, I'd probably go for the 128 because there's that trick. You hold a key down, it becomes a 64 anyway. It is a dream of mine to get a real Commodore with two real SID chips and the Messiah cartridge and all that, but it's going to take years. But anyway, so for now I've got the emulator and I've got this tutorial to follow. So this episode is a tracking of my following the IRQ driven SID music tutorial. Yay! And yes, he used the Super Snapshot cartridge in the tutorial, so I had to figure out how to download that as a file. Or did I? I don't think I've got that far yet. It just, I don't know what's happened. Maybe it's the emulator. But if you hold down Shift F7, it naturally goes to the machine code. Now, this is episode 1, so what's the difference between machine code and assembly language? Are they the same thing? I don't know the answer yet. That's what this is about. It's just a journey. So this goes to the machine code monitor without the Super Snapshot. And there's all sorts of goodies on this website announcing the Super Snapshot. A unique and exciting utility that virtually takes a picture of your computer's memory, but it doesn't say anything about its running assembly language. It's not advertised that way. The code inspector allows most programs to be stopped, examined, modified, and resumed. So again, know nothing at the moment. I'll know all about this stuff by the end of the week. Why don't we buy one? It's only $54. Snapshot of programs run without the Super Snapshot cartridge. How? I don't know. Our Turbo DOS is the most compatible fast loader tested to date. Isn't that cool? What does all that mean? I don't know yet. I know nothing. Nothing. So what's this? This is the story of my life. This is the story of me working from my bed. My whole industry that I've created, the whole dream world I've created, is done from this very bed. Even though I've done nothing physical. Nothing physical. I've had this software for 24 years. And this is as far as I got with it. Remixing karaoke files from Van Basco 24 years later, and I'm thinking, can I lay a drum track? Can I do a bass track? A lead guitar, a synth track? What is music? How do you read music? What's sheet music? How do you do any of that? So this is honestly the beginning, from the very, very, very beginning, on how do you write a song. All right, how do you make a drum track? How do the drums work? How do you play drums? How do you play bass? Well, I know how to play bass guitar. How do you lay a bass guitar track? How do you come up with a melody? How do you come up with a tune? What is a song? How do you make them? Who creates them? It's a fascinating world that I know absolutely nothing about. Ah.